Everyone, Daniel here, creator of the relationship model of addiction. Happy Thanksgiving. This morning is Thanksgiving morning. Beautiful day. I really like Thanksgiving. I like the spirit of giving thanks, and I want to do that with you now. Since it's Thanksgiving, I'm already there. I'm already thankful, and I'm thankful to you, and I'm thankful to me. I'm feeling so grateful and thankful that I have this purpose in life of this work that I do with you, and this is part of it, where my purpose is to affect change, is to see people grow, and to connect with people deeply. That's who I am, and that's what I get to do with you, and that's what I'm very thankful for. So it keeps me from being depressed, it keeps me on purpose, it keeps me focused, it keeps me creative, it keeps me connected. It just is really a wonderful gift that I have and that I'm pursuing in my life. So where we are now in this segment, at this stage of the process here of these video blogs, is I'm talking to you about the second stage of recovery, developing a relationship with yourself. And I'm going to introduce a new concept to you related to developing a relationship with yourself, but I just want to go over that again. What does having a relationship with yourself mean? It means being self-aware, awareness. Without awareness, there is no self. It means being emotionally connected and being able to express what your experience is at any given moment, what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you're wanting, what's working, what's not working. So when you could do that, you have this power and you have this gift. And the new concept and terms I want to introduce to you is your connectivity quotient, your connectivity quotient. And what I'm getting at here is that when you have a relationship with yourself, your connectivity quotient goes up. And what is your connectivity quotient? Your connectivity quotient is how connectable you are. That's what it refers to. It also relates to how magnetic you are. How drawn people are to you, how drawn you are to other people, and how accessible you are and gettable you are when you're tuned into yourself and you're able to express what you're feeling and what's going on with you. You're much more easily understood. And when you're tuned into your feelings and you're grounded in your experience, you're also able to get other people. So it's really about your connectivity quotient is really about how understanding you can be. And obviously the more understanding you are, the deeper your connections are going to be and the better your relationships are going to go. And understanding also ties into empathy. When you are able to respond to someone empathetically and express empathy, that's usually a turn on. That's usually a bonding, connecting experience. I want to give you an example of how this connectivity quotient plays out. When your connectivity quotient's higher, you're more connectable, you're more empathetic, your relationship's going to be more intimate and richer and more fulfilling. When you don't have that relationship with yourself and your connectivity quotient is relatively lower, your relationship's going to suffer. There'll be more distance, there'll be more tension, and there'll be a piling up of issues in your relationship that really poses a wedge between the two of you, because you can't get that understanding achieved, and the empathy is that the empathy is not felt. So an example here, I was just working with a couple not too long ago where Sam and Susan. So Sam had an issue where they were together at a function, and he was talking to one of the people there, and something he said she didn't like, and she gave him a look and spoke to him in a tone and with words that made him feel very kind of scolded, admonished, humiliated, really shut him down. So he shut down, he withdrew and didn't say anything. And later on, in the same night, there was another thing that Susan did that put him off, which was she told him that not to use the washing machine on a certain day, but then when her son asked to use the washing machine, she said okay, something like that. And so he felt like a second-class citizen, that, you know, the son was more important than he was, and he was getting preferential treatment. But he didn't say anything. He shut down and withdrew because he didn't want to ruin the night, and he didn't want to create a big upset. So he shut off and withdrew, and he wasn't able to put himself out there and express himself and get understood and get seen and give Susan a chance to empathize with him or understand him. On the other side of the coin, Susan was upset with him about a time when she was visiting with his in-laws, and when they came into the house, he did not introduce her, and kind of just abandoned her and let her kind of filter in, blend into the family on her own. And she felt kind of invisible, that he didn't care about her, and she was not honored. She just was hurt. Her feelings were hurt. But did she say anything? No, she didn't say anything. But it wasn't until the session that we were having where this stuff started coming out. And this was weeks old. So in the process of putting it out to each other, what was bothering them, they were able to listen and then respond empathetically and in an understanding way. I understand that when I looked at you or had that tone or those words, you felt humiliated and you shut down, and I didn't really mean to hurt you, something like that, but just convey some understanding and empathy for his experience. And likewise, I understand that you had this reaction when I said not for you not to do something, and I said it was okay for my son to do it. And you could see when she expressed that understanding how important it was, how open he got, or how relieved he was, and he just softened. It was a softening, connecting experience. And likewise, he was able to tell her that he understood that what she really wanted. He didn't want to hurt her, and he was a little remiss or ungrounded, not tuned in, and checked out or oblivious. Maybe he was more with his family and kind of forgot about her, and would make a more conscious effort to stay connected to her and show that he cares, show that she matters, by at least introducing her into a place where it's kind of his people and not her people. So at any rate, through the communication process, you get, in couples therapy, you get more connected with yourself. You build more of a relationship up with yourself. You're more self-aware and connected to what's going on inside of you. That raises your connectivity quotient, and your relation, and you're going to have more understanding and more empathy expressed when your connectivity quotient is higher. Okay? So until then, until we meet again, the quality of your relationships is the quality of your life.